blast off on this Thursday. What's the date today? July 10th?
Yep.
Yeah, it's July 10th. Boy, you ever get used to using a certain computer or a certain way and you look at a certain interface and you're used to it, then it changes? That's what I'm dealing with today, my friend. Maybe during the break, I'll have you take a look at that because I can't see the time. So I don't want to go over the breaks. I really need your help today, my friend. Really.
Alrighty.
Really, 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 really. Hey, guys. What's up? What's up today? We're ready to shake and bake. Move through this St. Louis morning. It's a sunny Thursday, St. Louis sizzling morning. What's up in your neck of the woods? This is Arch City Now. We're streaming on YouTube and X at Arch City Now. You can also check out luinfo.com. We're streaming there all the time. That's our website. You can check us out, all the shows. And as always, you can give us a call. Check in on the chat if you want to. X and YouTube is where you chat with us. We appreciate it. The other thing is we take your ideas for stories. You can email us, archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com. Projo, did I leave a piece of white paper out there as well?
I don't see it, but I'll look.
All right. Maybe it's somewhere.
You think it's out there?
No.
Okay.
Like I was
Okay.
writing down videos with you when we were talking. We were going over our show notes and the show videos. I didn't know if I left it right out there in front of you somewhere. Anyway, we're glad you're with us. What happened? What's going on in your neck of the woods? That's what we try to talk about. We've got a lot of stories. I mean, there's a lot going on today. A lot of times there may not be. Do you see anything? A couple of things written on there? Nah, don't worry about it. Thanks, Projo. We appreciate it. So we do our best to get the stories, but that doesn't mean we have everything that's going on. That's why we focus and concentrate on you guys as well. Whatever's happening in your neck of the woods, what's moving the needle, what is getting you excited, what's not, what should we be talking about, who deserves a shout out, and so forth. Those are the kind of things that we like to talk about on the show. We take you to 8 o'clock. We're 6 to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. And of course, it's all things St. Louis. It's not just one thing, it's many things. And, we'll talk. We'll focus on the certain things. Cardinals did not look so good last night. That's for sure. What in the hell happened to them? This is why I've told you this team you cannot trust. They'll win 9 in a row and then they'll lose 8 in a row. They lost to the Nationals last night and it wasn't close. They got walloped 8-2. Pitching becomes an issue again. We've seen those things happen. And we love it when you guys like, subscribe, share the show, let people know what's going on with us as we're here Monday through Friday. We've got a lot of other viewing options coming up as well. And we appreciate it when you guys jump in with us. We like to show the shot. And I'll do it throughout the show. And I know we're just getting started, but for our viewers, once again, our viewers who are already with us today, I just wanted to give a shout out to Projo. He set a shot up today. There he is. You already saw it coming. Projo in the house. We love it from our beautiful studios here in the Chesterfield Valley Strategic Air Services. I always call him Wilson. And we love it when he gets on. I'll have to talk to, may have talked to Dave Green now about getting you on the website.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'll keep this on if he puts me on the website.
Yeah, I call on you, so it's like hello, let's get him in. YouTube and X is where you get us. Projo's ready to rock and roll this morning. You didn't get another speeding ticket, did you?
Not recently, no.
Okay, and I hope I pray I'm not jinxing myself.
Right.
From that standpoint as well. We know all of us just get busy. We need to get moving around, right? Of course, that's what we got to get going. Well, there was somebody that got a speeding ticket in Kirkwood. This is quite the story. I'm working with it. Let's see here. So check out this. We'll show it to you. That, my friends, is a radar gun from. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm trying to work on this laptop. Oh man,
I don't remember where you told me it was from.
It was from Kirkwood.
There you go.
But yeah, I got a bad laptop. That's how we do a lot of our shows.
I like the name of the gun. It's called a Stalker.
Can you pop? Is it up again?
Yeah.
I can't see ourselves right now, buddy.
Okay. You want me to run?
Okay, here we go. Greg says, "Good morning, Wilson. We actually see you." Good morning to you. Greg's up mighty early.
Yeah.
Wonder what's going on with him.
Right.
Yeah. Well, if he's up early, that means he's thinking about something. Can you get that? Can you show that shot again, bud?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm trying to deal with this laptop issues and I can't even see us like I normally do. And it's just like, what the heck? Anyway, Kirkwood police are reminding people to be very cautious and careful and considerate of their driving when it comes to being out in the roads. They clock somebody at 107 in Kirkwood. So I'm like, I guess the only place I know where you could really drive 107 in Kirkwood, where would that be? Would that be considered 270? I don't even know. Where would you even think about driving 107 in Kirkwood?
It looks like it was at day in daylight, so I don't know how they
100.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg says I haven't been to bed. Flare.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
That poor guy.
That means your mind is like, your mind is up. It's on fire. Okay, 107 in Kirkwood. I'm like, oh, brother. If you get pulled over going 107, you know you're not getting out of a ticket.
Well, I think they arrest you.
You're not getting a warrant. Well, I guess it depends. Yeah. Well, I mean, the most would be there's no 70 or 75 mile an hour signs in Kirkwood.
No.
And if I'm wrong, tell me. But
it's going to be 60 or 55.
That's insane. You know what? Can you pop that back up, Projo? I want to see. I want to see the stalker. Oh, I see it. Okay, so the police radar gun that they were using is called the Stalker.
Long range police
LiDAR. The Gauge 135 is. You see that too. I mean, is that a time where you have to ask? You got me at what 107? Let me see your.
Right.
Let me see your gun. That's like, sir. Here's your gun.
I'll be posting it on the internet later.
I mean, 107 in Kirkwood. Now, here's the other part of it. Police say when they ask the person, "Why are you going so fast?" They said they were late for work. That's why I thought it was
Sounds like me.
I was like, did Projo get a ticket in Kirkwood? Another speeding ticket, this time in Kirkwood?
No, it's not Christmas Eve.
What do you mean? Is that?
I got one.
You got one
in
on
Chesterfield on Christmas Eve, yeah. Or Christmas Day, one of the two.
Were you racing to work?
Yeah, it was actually coming here.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't, not a good idea. Just, but look, I mean, at least they're telling you. I love this that they did this, that they're showing people 107.
I'd like to see the car.
That's a laser radar gun, not the old RF from Greg.
Right. This is the LiDAR, not a radar.
What's the difference between a LiDAR and a laser?
Yeah. Yep. It's safer for the police officers because they don't have to. They're not around the radiation, I guess.
Oh,
from a radar. I think they emit some sort of a radiation.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kirkwood police pulled over a driver going 107. I want to know where in Kirkwood somebody was driving 107. Unless 270 counts for Kirkwood.
Maybe.
So teach me. Come on. Help us. But a 107, they're just telling everybody to slow down. Is going 107 really, really worthwhile to get to work?
Not the price of that ticket. That's got to be a hefty fine.
Yeah, what would be the fine? That's another interesting point.
I can look that up, I think.
Well, 107, if you're going to Projo, the crack producer, 107 in Kirkwood, police just saying, listen, can we at least be a little bit more careful, be cognizant of other drivers, because that's the other thing, is the fact that you've got other people around you. If you're going 107 in Kirkwood, you're putting other people at danger. You are. There's no doubt about it. You can't avoid it. And that's the other thing. It's like, okay, this is what we need right now. We're so worried. The person said I was late to work, so I was going 107. This happened on Tuesday. At least the Kirkwood Police Department shared a photo of it. And okay, I found out where it was. It makes sense. It was on I-44.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, I was thinking 270 maybe that would be Kirkwood, but it was I-44, which still covers Kirkwood. The reason, the driver said I was late to work. So the Kirkwood police say, listen, we get it. Life moves fast. But speeding at this level isn't just dangerous, it's deadly. That's what my point was. It puts everybody else on the road at risk, including you. So they're reminding drivers, leave early. Give yourself time, please. Obey the speed limit. Always choose safety over urgency. And I pray that I remember this as well.
Yeah.
It's a good message for me as well.
And it says here this violation could be classified as a Class B misdemeanor, potentially leading to fines up to $1,000 and a jail sentence for up to 6 months.
107.
Mm-hmm.
The stalker. That's the best part. The stalker. So be careful when you're out in the roads. What's the most anybody else has been pulled over for? Joe, you were pulled over at what, 110?
No, 90.
120?
90 and a 60.
Oh, I wasn't going to ask you to give us all those details.
There you go. There it is.
Was it a highway?
It's on CaseNet. I mean,
Dude. 90 and a 60?
Yep.
I've probably done it myself.
Maryland
Who
Heights.
knows? I don't know.
And that judge is strict.
But you know what? Everybody thinks where are the strictest police? And I've always wondered about this question.
Maryland Heights. That judge has been known to give people jail time.
Yeah, but that's a judge.
I'm talking 90 over 60.
No, I get it. That's a judge. I'm talking about police. Is there a stricter department? Because doesn't everybody say, oh, you don't want to get pulled over by that department? Oh, you don't want to get pulled over by that department? Or is there one that's like, hey, they're pretty lenient. They understand. And is there a problem with being, quote, lenient or understanding? I mean, seriously, break it down. Have I heard about Maryland Heights? Yes. Yes, I have. I have definitely heard about Maryland Heights. There is no doubt about it.
I've not met a cop that let me go yet, so I don't know about leniency.
Well, how often do you get pulled over? Like once a week? Once a month?
Something like that, yeah. A couple tickets a year, maybe.
Oh, my God.
Not normally. Ever since my first accident, I drive differently, apparently.
Okay. Well, this is Arch City Now. And we cover a lot of the stories that are going on. News headlines, what's happening in your neck of the woods. We appreciate it when you like, subscribe, share the show. You can watch us on X. You can watch us on YouTube. That's Arch City Now. And, of course, you can stream us all the time from anywhere as well, luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. You can also give us a call if you'd like to, 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. Some of the other stories we got coming up today. There's a South City neighborhood that just has abandoned cars. People are moving out of them. I mean, have you ever dealt with anything like this in the St. Louis area? What would you do? People say they're trying to move out of there now, and it makes it a little bit more difficult as well. Town and Country has 112 new condos coming up. It's called Woods Mill Crossing. Shops, restaurant. Looks really cool. We'll talk about that. Adam Wainwright, he's a country music star now, or at least he's trying to be. I heard him sing. I wish I could find the video. I'll do that for another day. I think I had it on another phone. I did an Instagram video. Maybe I'll find it. No, I think I redid my account.
You sent me a video earlier.
No, I'm talking about something else.
Okay.
Adam Wainwright, I covered a karaoke bar situation. I'll talk about it later in the show too, but I heard him sing he was doing karaoke at Dave & Buster's of all places. many years ago, many years ago. And never would I thought that he'd end up becoming a country music singer, but he's got a concert benefit coming up with several other people. We talk about roads. Apparently, there's a really dangerous stretch of roads in Jefferson County, a stretch road on Route 30. It's 20 miles long from Route Y to Old Sugar Creek Road. I'm not familiar with it. It is what it is. So we'll talk about that. Projo, I found the event for you this week. There's a vegan barbecue fest at Forest Park this Saturday.
Yeah.
And
Yummy.
MetroLink has put a lot of money into upgrades, security. They want you to call them and let them know what you think. Let Metro know what you think is happening with their system. And if you think they are headed the right way, does it make you want to use Metro anymore? You name it. They want to know. Let them know. I don't know about MetroLink. We'll see.
I've never used it and probably never will. Knock on wood.
You've never been on MetroLink once?
Nope.
Really? Yeah, I've been on a couple different times. Mike Kehoe also signed a bunch of bills into law Wednesday, including a ban on cell phones in Missouri schools. So beginning in this 25-26 school year in August, each school district, including the charter schools, must have a written policy on students' use of phones. I don't know. I mean, is that overreach by governor? Is it, I don't know. Is it the school's ideas? I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. So as you see, we got a lot going on. I talked about the Cardinals. They lost 8-2 to the Nationals last night. What's happening in your guys' towns? What story should we be talking about? Is there anything that we're missing? Let us know. Okay. 855-282-8255. 855-282-8255. Glad you guys have been with us. Please like, subscribe, share the show. Let people know what we have going on. If there's something that you like about the show, please let people, because we're here for you guys. This show is about you. It's about everything that's had in St. Louis. And we just want to focus on you. What is happening? You guys tell us. Also, there's something that's interesting with our culinary guy. I thought this was interesting. There's all these throughout the St. Louis area. Oh, I can't get it. Never mind. Anyway, as I digress and we move forward, what are you guys up to this weekend? What if there's an event that's going on? We'll promote it for you. We're just looking to see what we can do to help you guys out. Okay. I guess I'll start here this morning because I was looking at our time. I do have the time back, my friend. Let's start with Kehoe. I brought it up. I just didn't know. I mean, does this move the needle for you? Where cell phones need to be taken care of in schools, and the governor putting something into place to do that. So, Projo, I'm kind of trying to work with this today, man. It's not every day. It seems like it's something over here.
What you got going on, man?
Greg says, I learned something overnight during my insomnia that James Gunn, Superman, has Christopher Reeve's son in it as a cameo. Okay, that's cool. James Gunn from the St. Louis area, went to SLU, grew up in Manchester. He is responsible for the new Superman movie, film director. You mentioned James Gunn yesterday. So that's interesting. I didn't even know that.
No, didn't know it either.
That Christopher Reeves had a son. I don't know what kind of cameo he's in. I haven't, but that'll be nice to see. We'll see from that standpoint. Oh, look at this. I like this. Let me check this out. For people watching.
That's why we keep the shades closed.
No, but I like for people watching on X and YouTube. I lean back and we have the sun in my face this morning. I love the sun. If I lean forward, we're good. But I kind of like it. You see, I like it.
I think soon enough it's going to be on your face, and I'm going to have to close.
All right. Well, I've got sunglasses in the car. We'll go out and get sunglasses. We have fun. We just try to keep things light, but we cover everything that's St. Louis, all the stories. This is a show about you guys, and that's why we're here talking about that. So we said, good morning. Good morning, James Gunn. Yeah. Okay, Mike Kehoe. And they made a big announcement about this. Here's Mike talking about cell phones and what they have done to try to help. Each school now must have a written policy regarding cell phones. The governor signed a bill into law. It bans cell phone use in public K through 12 schools during the school day. The ban is part of a larger education bill, which includes other safety measures and educational initiatives. The new law takes effect at the start of the school year, meaning students will not be able to use their phones during class time, between classes, during lunch, or study halls. Each school district will be required to develop a written policy regarding student phone use, including disciplinary procedures for violations. There are exceptions for emergencies and students with specific health or educational needs. That's a lot. Here's the governor talking about what he did.
Here, happy to sign Senate Bill 68 today. We call it our school safety bill. Missourians want kids in our schools to be safe. So do the members of the General Assembly here and the House and Senate. And a key component in it was the cell phone ban. We think it's important for kids to be able to interact with each other, pay attention to their teachers, talk to each other at lunch. It's a fantastic tool to get kids and their test scores and what they need to get done in school in a better spot. Technology worked both ways. Parents will still have access to kids at schools as we go forward. Safety is paramount to us, and we believe that this is a great piece of legislation that Missourians will benefit from for generations to come.
All right. Mike's been busy, the governor. I see it. I don't know if it moves the needle for me. Like, oh, I'm so excited. What about with you? I don't know.
I think kids should have their phones on them. They should just learn to be disciplined.
But
phones.
that's
Well, I mean, they're going to school to learn, and I think that discipline on an electronic device should definitely be something that they can teach in school.
K through high school as well. Yeah, I mean, I like the video aspect of it where we see him making an announcement. I do like that.
I like the fact that a kid can get a hold of their parent if something's going on at school.
That's what I'm saying. I get that too. You won me over to that feeling.
Right. I mean, this day and age, I don't trust anybody. Yeah,
let us know what you think about that. But the governor certainly thought it was important enough to try to get some legislation done on it, and he has. But it was part of 13 bills signed by the governor yesterday for the state of Missouri. We're just trying to focus on some of those issues. But he signed legislation to stop that cell phone usage, as we were just talking about. So what else would you like the governor to do to change the St. Louis area? You can jump in on that, jump in on the chat line. You can do that at YouTube and X, Arch City Now, YouTube and X at Arch City Now. Also, check in at luinfo.com, all of the show information throughout the day that we have going on. luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. And if you want to, right now or throughout the day, you can give us a call, check in. If it's something relating to St. Louis, we can do that. 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. We take you to 8 o'clock before Hot Take Central 2.0 comes in each day. And of course, we'll do our best there. It's break time already. Wow. All right. We'll do a break. This is Arch City Now coming back. We'll talk about Adam Wainwright, his concert coming up. Country music star Wainwright. All right. Back with more right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch. The gate way to the west.
The Lou Information
Roll 'em
Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. 2 people were hurt early Wednesday after a wrong-way crash on Interstate 64 in East St. Louis. Illinois State Police said it happened on westbound I-64 as a Chrysler was traveling in the wrong direction in a construction zone and hit an unoccupied Illinois DOT vehicle. 2 people were taken to the hospital with injuries. The Gateway Arch Park Foundation has plans to buy the Millennium Hotel as part of a plan to revitalize downtown St. Louis. The Millennium Hotel opened in 1969 and was once the largest hotel in the city of St. Louis. It's been vacant for a decade. A fire broke out at a salvage yard in South St. Louis early Wednesday. The fire at the yard at Alaska Avenue involved several cars, and firefighters had to spray water from the street over the fence. The cause is under investigation. Drivers can apply for a partial refund on last year's Missouri gas tax increase. Refund claims can be sent in through the end of September to receive money back on gas purchases from July 1, 2024 to June 30th of this year. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We will have some sunshine today, low 90s on the afternoon high and pretty humid. We do have a slight chance of an afternoon shower. Might get a shower this evening. We'll clear up after midnight, our low in the mid-70s, and then hot and humid on Friday. It'll be a sunny day, mid-90s, and our heat index tomorrow at about 101. Showers on Saturday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu.
Don't freak out.
Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
If you've been thinking about improving your smile, now's the perfect time. Hi, I'm Dr. Otto from Otto Orthodontics. We offer free consultations, the newest techniques, and treatment that's faster, more comfortable, and tailored just for you. Whether it's Invisalign, braces, whitening, or even Botox. We're Missouri's #1 Invisalign provider with 5 convenient locations. And here's something special. Mention this ad when you call to schedule your free consult, and you'll get $1,000 off your treatment. Visit OttoOrtho.com to book your free consult today.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story began.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back into the show. 6:33 is the time. It is Thursday. It is July 10th. Glad you're with us. Hey, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show, and jumping on board as you do during the week. We're here 6 to 8 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday, making sure that we help get you up wherever you're heading today. We thank you for jumping in on the chat line as you do with Kim and Greg. Ben, good morning to you, people jumping in right now. This is what we do. It's all about St. Louis, getting the vibe of what's going on, talking about stories, water talk, water cooler talk, what's happening in your neck of the woods. What's moving the needle for you? You know what we talk about. That's what we do. If you know of anybody that may like the show, something different, that's what we are. That's what we're here. Have some real good conversations. Have some fun. Bring to light issues that may not be being brought to light. Add a little personality. Your flair. The show's all about you guys. I'm Vic Faust, and our producer's Pro Joe. We pop him in every now and then. He finally got tired of me getting on him for not showing his face on X and YouTube. So he put a camera shot together today, and we're glad that he did that. We have a beautiful studio here, by the way, in the Chesterfield Valley, Strategic Air Services. But Projo didn't jump in. I was setting him up. I teed it up when I said he put a camera shot together for himself. He put a camera shot together for himself.
Well, there we go.
And there it is. Oh, but he had to close the blinds today.
Unfortunately.
That's all right. We got it. We love it when you guys get involved as well. We have fun. We're here. Lots of energy. Help get you going in the morning. I've had one cup of coffee. Maybe I'll have a second. I had a second one during the show yesterday for the first time, and I felt great. And I loved it. I always hydrate, though. Hydrate before. Drink your coffee, your electrolytes, your salt, whatever it is first, then drink your coffee.
Yeah, I can't.
That's what the health experts that I follow say to do.
Yeah, I can't do coffee, unfortunately.
You don't do coffee?
No, it messes with ADHD, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. You've got ADHD?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Honest to God. I think most of America has ADHD in some capacity. Now, I'm not saying that to slight anybody. I'm not trying to be funny. In this day and age with how we are in America and everything, are you kidding me?
They're saying it was the Tylenol.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard that either. There you go. You just never know what you're going to hear on Arch City Now. Big Vic energy coming from the chat line. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying to bring it. That's for sure. Bring you some big energy. Pro Joe talks about that. Maybe you just, I know what you kick your morning off with. Probably some sativa.
Yeah, I wait till at least noon.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. I get it. Does that have energy in it?
No, but I take my B vitamins for energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is interesting because I've got another guy who I work with my other business. It's very, very bizarre because he uses marijuana for health reasons. He almost died. He was flying a propeller craft and he crashed into a beach. Literally, he may have even died on the table. Anyway, he deals with tons of injuries, physical injuries, broken bones, you name it. And when he uses his marijuana, I mean, he becomes a completely different, better, more clearly thinking person. I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
This is how
it does not make sense to me.
This is
he's
how
using a drug like that, but it's all of a sudden it's good. But I guess some pharma drugs do that as well.
Well, if you think of it this way, ADHD, your mind's constantly going, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with marijuana, it kind of slows your brain down enough to where you can process everything that's coming at you instead
that makes
of,
sense.
Yeah.
I get it, man. It does. That makes sense. From the chat line, Wake and Bake Coffee.
Sounds like
Wake and Bake, Big Vic Energy.
Maybe I could do that. I don't know.
That's our new brand, Wake and Bake, baby.
Right. The Wake and Bake.
Arch
City Now.
That's our marijuana infused coffee. Those drinks, though, not so great. I tasted some of those. Ugh.
Yeah, I've never tried to drink.
I took a drink or something. I was like, yeah, I'm not into it. Unless we get a really good brand. If they want to be an advertiser, we'll love that stuff real quickly. Arch City Now here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8. I'm glad you're with us. If you want to give us a call, you can. 855-282-8255, 855-282-8255. Wake and Bake Coffee. Love it. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing our show, letting people know what we've got going on. If you have ideas for interviews, if you want to focus on somebody, it's all about St. Louis. It's not necessarily somebody that's like, oh, they're known by everybody. No, this is about getting down to the grassroots of who we are in town, what's going on, promoting, and just being good, having fun, promoting, trying to help everybody that we possibly can. Okay. If you want to send us an email, you can do that as well. archcitynow@gmail.com. archcitynow@gmail.com. One of my favorite baseball players of all time is Adam Wainwright. Not only for what he did on the field, but who he is off the field. He has a benefit concert coming up. It's a country concert, the Big League Bash. It's scheduled for July 27th over at the Factory, 5:30 to 10 p.m. If you haven't got a ticket, try it out. I bet that'd be pretty good. He's got some other people who are doing this with him. So it's not just Adam. As if you follow Adam Wainwright or heard, I mean, he's really big into music. He's been trying to get things going for quite some time as a country music singer. And that's not easy singing. I mean, you may sound good for karaoke, but when you're trying to really, and it's tough to sound good at karaoke, it is. But then actually sing other songs and it's.
So is he doing original songs? Is he
I don't
actually
know.
writing his own stuff, or is he
I'm not
basically
sure yet.
doing Adam Wainwright?
Adam, if you're watching, let us know,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Just come on in. It's the Big League Impact. Big League. It's for his charity, the Big League Impact. So he's going to headline the event, which is really, really cool. He's got some other rising country artists, Joanna Cotton, Austin Bohannon, several others who will take part in it with him. This is the first time he's done it, which is really, really, really unique, really creative. Adam's not one. He was mentioned. I didn't even do the story because I was like, give me a break. Oh, he's going to run for Congress against Ann Wagner to take her seat. And he quickly shut down those rumors. People trying to make stories out of nothing. He said he would be the first to know if he was going to do that. And he wasn't there. He couldn't see that happening if he ever did for a long, long time. He's enjoying life. He's got some kids. Several kids over there that he's taking care of, his own, adopted as well. He said, this is our first big concert benefiting the Big League Impact charity. I started in 2013 with his brother Trey. So just to basically have people get some essential needs. He did this interview with Fox, and here's Adam Wainwright talking about what he's planning on doing with this concert. And of course, he's given back a lot to St. Louis and he's loved it. Adam Wainwright talking about his concert that's coming up.
Well, it is a one-of-a-kind event that combines sports and music for an unforgettable evening of performances for a good cause. Former Cardinal pitcher and country singer Adam Wainwright will headline the first Big League Bash concert for Big League Impact. He's joining us live this morning with more on this fundraiser. Good morning, Adam.
Morning. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Thank you. First off, tell us more about Big League Bash and why this was so important for you to start.
Well, this is our first ever big concert benefiting Big League Impact, charity that I started in 2013 with my brother Trey, to benefit the basic essential needs. So people who are struggling with food insecurities or shelter or clothing or medicine, water issues. We've been able to help St. Louis in a lot of different capacities. Our other big mission is to empower the big league players across Major League Baseball to use their platforms to go out and do great things in their communities. And we've been able to challenge and to really help guys find what they're passionate about all across the game. And we've done that through the world of Big League Impact, which started as a fantasy football charity event, and it's led into karaoke events, which has led into all kinds of different fundraising, Top Golf events, and now we're going to do our big first concert, which is going to be our big fundraiser.
Yeah, it's amazing what you've done. I mean, you've raised more than $11 million over all those years for different charitable causes. Who all is going to be performing at the Bash?
Yeah, this is what I wanted to hear.
Well, we have a talented artist named Austin Bohannon, and we have another talented artist named Joanna Cotton, and myself, and we have a couple other surprise guests who are going to be there, and a couple of Cardinals players. But the musicians that are joining me on stage are very, very accomplished, awesome. You can check out their music. I was just listening to some of Joanna and Austin's music just a minute ago, and you can find it anywhere you buy your music. Very, very, very talented musicians, but grateful to be able to share a stage with them and grateful that we get to come together for a great cause.
Well, that's pretty
Absolutely.
good.
Are
Adam Wainwright,
tickets still
from the
available?
Cardinal. What a tremendous personality, athlete, ambassador he's been for St. Louis over the years, and continuing to do that as well. So, Adam Wainwright, you can check him out. July 27th, 5:30 to 10 p.m. over at the Factory in Chesterfield, a terrific location, really, really, really cool venue. A lot of really good places to check out in the Chesterfield Valley. You'll find me over at Winty's a lot. So there you go. But there's a lot of places to go to. So shout out to Adam Wainwright, trying to promote everything that he possibly can. You know, he's like 6'7" with a guitar, singing, pretty good voice. The story was, I don't know what it was, maybe 2015 maybe, or 16, maybe 2016. I just can't remember when it was. I went over and I covered it. He had a karaoke event over at Dave & Buster's down there in Earth City. And I went in. He knew I was coming to do an interview and talk with him. And it was the first time I ever had a chance to meet him and just talk one-on-one and do an interview. We all know who he is. He's just a wonderful guy. And he was actually pretty talented. I'm like, damn, it's one thing to be one of the best pitchers in baseball, as he was at that time. And then on top of it, oh, yeah, I can sing a little bit too. I can play a little guitar. So it's good to see Adam doing that, trying to promote anything that he can for Big League Impact and helping people. Get your tickets now, and you can go support Adam Wainwright. We are Arch City Now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. You can jump in on the chat line on YouTube and X. Continuing our conversation this morning from Wake and Bake Coffee. The best part of waking up is sativa in your bowl, to the tune of Folgers coffee. Okay, thank you, Greg. We appreciate that. That gave me a chuckle. That's kind of funny. I can hear it. I see it playing out. And I see Projo sitting around a bowl of sativa. I'm sorry. He's yeah, that's right.
I can even hear, like, instead of the
my
percolating part of the song, it's a bong.
Yeah. The bubble bongs.
Yeah.
I hear. Also from the chat line, speaking of the Cardinals, Nikki Glazer, super comedian, promotes St. Louis, super, super, super talented woman, getting a lot of national acclaim. She has worked her tail off to get where she is. They're going to have her own bobblehead September 1st at Busch Stadium. So it's the first celebrity woman bobblehead giveaway by the Cardinals, and I couldn't think of anybody better. She probably wouldn't say that. Maybe she would. I don't know. But she certainly earned it, and that's a really, really cool honor for Nikki. Congratulations to Nikki Glazer getting a chance to have her own bobblehead. Projo, have you ever had your own bobblehead?
I actually...
you can make those.
Make a bobblehead.
Yeah, you can have your own bobblehead
3D
made.
print.
Yeah.
McDonald's gave away 4 bobbleheads and an autographed baseball with you know how they were doing collectors things. This was back when they were winning World Series.
I get it.
Yeah,
I do get it. Last World Series he won. I understand. I remember.
I have a Pujols bobblehead. And,
oh, you have one.
Yeah,
I was
on Wainwright.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Oh, yes. Lots of stories that we're getting to, covering what's happening throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. That's the Big League Bash that we were talking about. There's also, Projo, did you know, and listeners out there, and many do, when it comes to gaming, Maryville University is one of the top gaming schools in the world. Maryville, that's right. And they invest, and they have a gaming center that's coming out. I mean, literally, they pay scholarships for kids to come and game.
When you're talking gaming, what do you mean gaming? Video gaming?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, my friend.
That's very interesting.
Yes. That's exactly what I am talking about. So
do they have courses at the college for video game
I don't know if they have
development?
courses, but I mean, they have a team.
Oh, okay.
And you don't just go, I mean, you have to be recruited. So obviously by the time you get there, you already know what you're doing. They may have games help get you better. I just know that they've got it's like the number one or one of the top gaming institutions in America. Right, Maryville. I thought it was kind of well known, but you didn't even know that.
I had no clue.
And you hear me talk about headlines and news stories all the time.
I didn't realize there was anything professional or
Yeah, college.
yeah, college.
Yeah, this is, I mean, at Maryville. But people go to Maryville for gaming. Now, that doesn't mean anybody and everybody that wants to go gets there, just like college football. I mean,
Right. I just didn't know there was anything local, actually.
Oh, yes. It's a big deal there. Big deal. Maryville on the map for their gaming. So, yeah, just a shout out. I mean, well, I'm sure we'll do more about them coming up in times, but it kind of leads into another story. So while we were talking gaming, it was a chance to promote also this incredible gaming university that is in Maryville University that's in the St. Louis area. So now you know, Pro Joe. And gaming is like, oh yeah, I could be gaming. No, this is like, it's over the top how good you have to be. Like it would blow your mind. Like you're like, oh, I could be a gamer. Really? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you can do. Because it's not easy. Not at all.
Yeah, my youngest son's a streamer and actually plays video games professionally. And I had no idea that Maryville had that.
Oh yeah, they do. And they've got, well, not only, and they have and I don't know if they want to let me know, they have I believe they're building or just built an incredible gaming like arena as well. So, be you, do what you do and do it well. And that's what Maryville is doing right now. I mean, it's a good university as it is already. And then you add that to the mix too.
Well, you know that even over soccer, video game or gaming, professional gaming is actually bigger than any sport in the world. It's bigger
professional
than
gaming
bigger
is
than
now?
soccer. Yeah.
Because I knew soccer was the number one sport in the world.
There are gamers out there that get paid more than professional athletes.
Some.
Yeah.
Not all.
No, not all. But yeah, there's some out there that are making more than professional athletes.
Well, there's something coming up in St. Louis this Saturday. It's called Battle for the Lou. It's a gaming tournament. It's going to take place at Baden Library. So participants have a chance to win $500 and qualify for the grand finals in October. Now, it's not all the money that's there. $500. Okay, it's fine. It's the opportunity to take part in this. So it's part of a gaming series. And it's organized by the BGG Foundation. They're a nonprofit. So what they do is this guy, Robert Powell, is a part of it. He previously worked as the marketing manager for Sony PlayStation. So kind of a big deal there. They're trying to create positive opportunities for gaming in gaming enthusiasts. So that's coming up. That event is, let me pull that up again. I believe it's this Saturday. And July 19th is when they're going to have that at Baden Library, July 19th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then they have a concert right after. So it's to promote gaming, positive opportunities for people. And it just makes me think about all the gaming and the popularity of gaming that is going on.
Yeah, I mean, when we were going to arcades back in the 80s, we never thought that people could actually make a profession out of playing a video game.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Can you imagine parents?
Right.
Do something with your life.
You think you're going to be able to make money doing that?
Do something now, please. From the chat line, I'll stick to my Atari 2600. Doesn't surprise me. They now have professional tag teams and even professional slap leagues. Yeah, I've seen the slap leagues. That's for sure. Yeah, so if you're into the gaming side of things, you can do that. Hey, let us know what's going on. It's Thursday. It's July 10th. It is 6:52 a.m. Happy Thursday morning. Trying to get you started on the right way, giving you updates, news headlines, going through St. Louis, having some fun, jumping on the show if you'd like to. You can join us. You can join the other viewers, listeners who are chiming in. You can watch us on YouTube and X at Arch City Now. Once again, YouTube and X at Arch City Now. If you want to give us a shout out on the chat line, you can. We love it when you do that. Or if you want to send us an email, you can do it at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com. You can also give us a call, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. 8255. We'll try to get your chat up there. We'll talk about some of the things that are happening for you and around town, and that's what we do. The news, the headlines, the stories, we do those things. Okay. There's also, this is a little bit interesting. I mean, it's bizarre to me, but speaking of video games from the chat line, they're putting an adult Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, we were talking about adult Chuck E. Cheese the other day. They're going to be called Chuck's Arcade. Once again, that is Chuck's Arcade, a spinoff of Chuck E. Cheese. The one in Kansas City has pizza. Not all the locations have pizza, though. And they're going to put one in the St. Louis area. Not sure exactly where that's supposed to be as of now. Of course, we'll let you know as we do that. Okay, the thing I wanted to show you here, and I think we have time to get this in, is I'm talking about former UFC fighter and star Ben Askren, who was also an All-American wrestler at the University of Missouri. 3-time national champion. We talked about him on our Mizzou show that we do on Mondays. What he went through was, just insane when it comes to his health. He ended up having to have a lung transplant, and he spoke for the first time yesterday and literally said that he died 4 times. He had pneumonia, double lung transplant. This stuff, what he went through is insane. And he's a St. Louis, or he's a Mizzou guy. He wrestled at Mizzou. One of the best wrestlers, ever. He's one of the top athletes ever at the University of Missouri. And it just goes to show, you can be super, super, super healthy, and then all of a sudden, boom, things can change. Oh, we got to take a break. Well, we'll promote it. And when we come back from break, you'll hear Ben talk about dying 4 times. It literally sounds like a movie. He got his double lung transplant. He has been able to make it through. And just the sound, it just blows your mind. Anybody that's been through anything like this, you understand. But to die 4 times on the table and come back, you're thinking your fortune, that's for sure. We are Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust, Projo alongside. You can watch us on X and YouTube at Arch City Now. And of course, stay with us. We'll get into that. Many more stories as well. We are the information station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com. Back with more Arch City Now right after this.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Russia's intensifying its attacks on Ukraine. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, the Russian military fired 728 drones, along with 13 missiles. The city of Lutsk was hit the hardest. Russia's defense minister said air bases were the intended target and claimed it was successful in its mission. At least 120 people are dead, nearly 175 missing following the catastrophic flooding across central Texas. Sheriff Larry Letha gave an update on the hard-hit Kerr County.
There are 95 deceased. I'm going to kind of break down the numbers for you. On adults, there's 59, unidentified 14. Children, 36, unidentified 13.
Search and rescue efforts are ongoing. Meanwhile, 3 people are dead after flash flooding in New Mexico. Steve Patterson reports on the historic floods which have hit the small mountain community of Ruidoso, 180 miles south of Albuquerque.
Neighbors taking video of homes, that same scene repeating, homes lifted up off of their roots and wiped away on these raging floodwaters. Part of the conditions were because of last year's devastating South Fork fires.
That blaze left a burn scar, allowing floodwaters to rush through, sweeping away a 4-year-old girl, a 7-year-old boy, and a man in his 40s. More than 50 rescues were conducted in the waters while search and rescue operations took place throughout the area. An unknown number of people were taken to the hospital. The college football season's just over a month away, kicking off with Iowa State and Kansas State in Dublin, Ireland. Cyclones and Wildcats meet August 23rd in the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. Coaches and players from both teams say starting the season with a conference rivalry game on an international stage adds intensity and pressure to their off-season preparations. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 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 855-SHARE-40.
The Trump administration.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome into our show on this Thursday, July 10th is the day, 7:03 is the time. Hey, we rock and roll every Monday through Friday here, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim Hayes follows us from 8 to 10 every day, Monday through Friday. For a list of all the other shows and the network and the, I guess, content, if you will, that we have throughout the entire week, you can go to luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. If you want to join us on the show, you can call in 855-282-8255. If you want to get on the video chat line, we'll put you on too. Everybody but Greg. That's all right. We appreciate you guys wanting to be a part of our show and let us know what's happening all throughout the St. Louis area. What the headlines are, that's what we talk about. Different things throughout the St. Louis area. We love to promote people, businesses, events. You let us know. That's what we do here, and we do it in our own way. Pro Joe, producer Joe alongside as well. You'll see him pop in with his camera shot. You'll hear him voice his opinion up, usually about weed. There he is. I love to see it. Food, being healthy. Hey, I did see that Chick-fil-A is now going to take 7 of their really, really, really bad ingredients out of their food because of RFK Jr.'s emphasis on trying to make America healthy again.
Only 7?
I know. There's like 42 flavors. And I know we love our Chick-fil-A. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't look at what's in Chick-fil-A. And yes, there are some addictive things that are put in there. It's why we love it so much, like nicotine.
Really? They put nicotine in?
No, I said addictive, like
Okay.
nicotine.
Okay.
Where's my Chick-fil-A? Where's my Chick-fil-A?
I hate to contradict you, but nicotine's actually not the addictive
I know.
component.
You're not. You're not. That's what
sorry.
people have said. And there's reports that nicotine is actually good for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Not to make the health show. I study it too, dude. I study it. I'm trying to learn. Bring me in. 7:05 is the time. We were talking about this. Former Mizzou wrestler Ben Askren, UFC fighter, one of the baddest men on the planet. One point in time, tough guy, one of the best athletes in the history of University of Missouri athletics program anywhere. He's a wrestler, multiple national champion. Got pneumonia, had a double lung transplant. And he said, he put out a 7-minute video on his Twitter account yesterday, X account, about everything that he has gone through. It's the first time we've seen him. He's lost like 47 pounds, I think, or 50 pounds in like 45 days. But he's lucky to be alive right now. I mean, you just think about this guy, what can happen in life? Being a Mizzou guy. Here he is talking about everything that he just went through, and it's just different from where we used to see him, that's for sure.
What's up, guys? Have not given you an update in a while. Figured you deserve one. Whenever this is all the way over, I actually just read through my wife's journal because I don't remember anything from May 28th to July 2. No recollection. Zero idea. No idea what happened. We'll kind of go through it all, and it's I just read through my wife's journal. It's like a movie. It's ridiculous. So I only died 4 times, right? Where the ticker stopped for about 20 seconds. That's not ideal. I don't know if you guys know that. But I got the double lung transplant. I made it out to the other side of it, gaining quite a bit of strength. We're going to use everything again. I was actually on the scale yesterday, 147 pounds. I've been on 47 pounds since 15 years old. So I was like 50 pounds in a 45-day period. So man, that was a battle. Luckily, I don't remember most of it. And the thing that was most impactful to me was all the love I felt from everybody. And it was almost like I got to have my own funeral, right? I still remember it 30 years ago when Dave Schultz died, and you listen to all these older people, recollect how much they enjoyed him, how much they loved him. And, obviously he never had to hear that. I'm sure some people told him. But, so man, the outpouring of love from the wrestling community was just amazing. It felt so good. And so, I'm more motivated than ever just to keep give back and do what I can and help out the best I can help out. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's been tough, not only on me, but my whole family and my close community. So I appreciate everything. Hope you guys appreciate the update. And like I said, sometime down the road, maybe Amy and I can detail everything a little more.
I mean, wow. That guy, just a few years ago, was one of the baddest men on the planet. And now he's barely making it, barely alive, barely breathing. And that's how fast life can change. And I know a lot of us have seen things like that happen in life, maybe with loved ones, friends, family members, you name it. But to go through something like that is absolutely insane. It's just grateful to be holding on. It changes perspective, that's for sure, when it comes to seeing a situation like that. But Ben was a Mizzou guy, he's from Wisconsin, literally put Mizzou on his back for a long time with wrestling, really was a guy that promoted Mizzou, and Mizzou has been a terrific wrestling school, produced a lot of athletes and then future UFC stars. So good to see Ben at least talking from that standpoint. Wow. That is for sure something you want to do too. Thoughts and prayers for Ben and his family, especially for the loved ones who have to watch him go through something like that as well. This is Arch City Now. You can watch us on YouTube and X. Arch City Now at YouTube and X. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Producer Joe and myself are here as well. Okay, Cardinals last night did not look so good. Lost 8-2 to the Washington Nationals, one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball. And that's what bums me out. It's not that the Cardinals lose every now and then. It's how they lose. And when they lose, it just seems like it is bad. And it's like it was from the get-go. Pitching's a problem. They're going to get back at it again tonight, try to take the series to win 2 out of 3 against the Nationals. Following that, coming up this weekend, they have a 3-game series with the Braves. The Braves will be back in town as the Cardinals try to finish the first half of the season on an up note. By the way, the All-Star game next week. Congrats to Brendan Donovan. He's our all-star, so he'll be going there to represent St. Louis, which will be a lot of fun to see what's heading on over there. Something else we like to promote about the entire area, stories, things of that nature, where people are going, what's happening. Yesterday, we were talking about St. Louis being one of the most affordable real estate markets in America. Median house is about $300,000, where the national average is $440,000. But there's new places going up, it seems like different areas all over the St. Louis area. Town and Country has something called the Woods Mill Crossing. So the Woods Mill Crossing area, we're talking about 112 new condos. A nice area. McBride Homes is developing it, by the way. Right near I-40, I-64, 141. So the demolition of the existing Woods Mill Center is currently underway. So the construction of the condos will start later this year if you're driving by and see it. But they're really nice. I mean, it looks like it would be a really nice area. Obviously, people can see if that's something for them or not. But if people were wondering what's happening with the construction, that's what's going on. But not only do they have the condos, they're also going to have a restaurant and an outdoor patio. So that's something nice for Town and Country. I also heard that Town and Country police are tough too. So we were talking about that earlier. We'll get back into that segment coming up. Have you gotten a ticket? Have you gotten a ticket there as well?
No, Manchester. It's close.
Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester.
Everybody's the worst. O'Fallon, Missouri. We've heard of them already too. Where are the toughest police when it comes to getting pulled over? We'll get into that in just a little bit. But Town and Country, nice little venue, nice little area that they have going on. They're taking care of business there. Where's the toughest? Okay, I haven't. Oh, brother. I'm just going to be quiet.
I was going to say, it sounds like you have a story you'd like to tell us.
I'm just going to be quiet.
Just going to sip your coffee, huh?
I'm just going to sip my coffee today. Hey, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show, jumping in and letting people know what we do here. We really do have a unique network. I love what we're doing here when it comes to luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. The programming all day long, not only on X and YouTube, but on 590. You can stream us, though, on luinfo.com, luinfo.com. Several shows that we have throughout the entire day. We like to promote it because we kind of kickstart the day here from a local standpoint. Every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. I guess speaking of that, I guess we could show it. Kirkwood Police put out on their Facebook page a picture of this. This is a radar gun of somebody traveling 107 miles per hour. Somebody was in a big time hurry, that's for sure. And Kirkwood is just wanting to let everybody know you don't need to move that fast. And we'll keep that shot up, Pro Joe, because I guess somebody was really late, like really late.
Yeah, I've never had a good reason to do 107.
I'm late for work. I mean, look at that. That's
crazy.
I know. Well, you said earlier you got pulled over for going 90.
Yeah.
And I guarantee there's several people have been pulled over for that.
Yeah. 107 though, that I would imagine obviously he took a picture of it. It's not very common apparently.
I know. I mean, it's bad. Yeah. I mean, 107. And how about this? How about the tracker device called the Stalker?
It really kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
I guess it does. I mean, yeah, I'm just glad Kirkwood put that out. That's kind of, I mean, I don't think they weren't doing it as a gotcha in a jerk manner. They have a message. They're saying, people, please be careful. It's not just about you racing to work. This is about other people who are on the road. Obviously, we've all raced. We've all raced to work or done whatever. We're not necessarily thinking, oh, we're going to hurt somebody else or we're trying to hurt somebody else. I'll be good. I'll be fine. I can control my vehicle. But sometimes things happen that are out of your control as well. Somebody may pull out in front of you. Somebody else may be going 100. And then there's innocent bystanders, and in a moment, things can change. That's what Kirkwood Police are trying to say. And in regarding to that story, it's also where the toughest police that you've dealt with, or do you have any situations or things like that?
I just think 107 is definitely uncalled for. You got to be running for your life to do that.
I've never done that, so I can say this. We've all seen somebody traveling over 100 miles per hour on the highway. I have.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Besides driving it?
Especially right there on 55.
I mean, but you have to have a lot. You have to have a lot of area. I mean, could you imagine you're traveling 107 and then you see the lights come behind you? You're like,
you know you're screwed.
S hit.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
There's no fighting it at that point.
But if you're going that fast, certainly you know Murphy's Law is going to catch up with you.
Mm-hmm. And it does.
And on 44 in Kirkwood, right there. I mean, that's a busy area as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you said by the shot, it looks like it was during the day.
Yeah, you can tell
because
that
somebody was
there's
going to work.
daylight, on his hand, it looks like. So it definitely looks like he took that picture during the day, regardless.
Well, there's proof for that person to tell their boss. I was so afraid of being late to work. I was driving 107 on Highway 44 trying to get to work. It's like, oh my Lord.
So if you're the boss and you have your employee come in and show you this screenshot and say, this is why I was late, are you going to let him off?
No, I'd be like,
are
what
you
the-
going to
no, I'd be
write
like-
him up for being late?
Like I'd be like, what the truck?
Yeah.
Literally, what the truck are you thinking? Why?
But are you, as the boss, going to write him up for being late, or are you going to let him go because he's already paid the price with this ticket and fines?
I don't know. Every situation's different.
Yeah.
I need more details. That's why I ask them. But I have noticed people don't like to be asked a lot of questions. I've noticed that in life, though. I ask a lot of questions to get to know somebody, to know the situation, details. Because the more details you have, the more you can make a really good conscious decision and put yourself in the best situation for yourself and others. So you have to have questions, details. Not everything in life is black and white. I wish it was, but it's not. So ask questions. I'd ask questions. That was me going off on my soapbox, Joe.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
No
Because
such thing
we'll
as a
see,
dumb.
we see surface things. Oh, a headline. Oh my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, I think I know that. Do you really know the story? Do you really know everything that's going on? Do you know what precipitated an event or what came after or all the details? That's why ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, but I have noticed that if you ask questions, sometimes people get upset. They'll be like, "Oh, what is he talking? Why is he asking me so many questions?" And then they start thinking, and then they'll put meaning with questions, or they'll put emotion,
Motive. Yeah.
or motive, or
Yeah.
feelings when you just ask questions. There's nothing wrong. And maybe that's the reporter background,
Right.
because you're taught to get into somebody, to care about somebody, ask questions.
I've learned that if you're asking somebody a question and they're getting annoyed at the questions, that usually means they're guilty of something.
Very interesting, Pro Joe.
Just from my observation.
That's right. They are. If you ask questions and they don't want to answer, they're guilty. Because if you're with
Could
somebody,
mean that.
yeah, it could be. But don't you want to make somebody feel comfortable? It's like, yeah, I've got no problem answering the questions.
Right.
Yeah. You want to feel safe in whatever the situation is. From the chat line, Greg says, I know Ken Sutter, the guy that tells cops I don't answer questions, has his own YouTube page. I guess that's if you get pulled over.
Yeah.
And I've been told it depends on the officer, or it depends on the police department, whether they will pull you over if you try to say, I'm not going to talk to anybody, that they can pull you in or not pull you in. So I really don't know enough to talk about it, but it is what it is there. So you have that, but just don't drive 107. No need. Do not drive 107 miles per hour. Hey, something else. Did you know that cops have a rating system for how cooperative you are during a ticket? I've never heard that. Never. No, I did not know that.
They probably have a lot of evaluation tactics that they use.
Maybe
that we don't know during,
Yeah.
so they know which way to direct the interrogation or whatever.
Well, there's also, you just want to be safe when you're out in the roads too, which brings us to, MoDOT's down in Jefferson County. We cover all areas of the metropolitan area, but down in Jefferson County, Route 30, if you drive that, allegedly is a really bad stretch of road. So MoDOT's putting a $52 million upgrade in to try to make it safer. There's several miles of a deadly stretch, apparently deadly stretch, where people have lost their lives. How about this? It's a 20-mile stretch. Over a 5-year period, 1,600 accidents in that 20-mile stretch. Now, I don't know how that compares to other areas locally, nationally, but that sounds like a whole lot. Something's going on. It's either the people who are driving it or the road conditions, or maybe a little combo.
If it's the stretch I'm thinking of, it's It's 2 lane and it's kind of windy, and there's a lot of traffic that comes through there. So people probably getting mad about, people going too slow or
Oh,
something.
you mean road rage?
Or maybe even passing, hitting people head on. Yeah, it's one of those type of
Well,
situations.
this is between Route Y and Old Sugar Creek Road. Once again, Route Y and Old Sugar Creek Road, 20-mile stretch, 1,600 accidents, 5-year period, deaths as well. So MoDOT's trying to make it safer, bunch of upgrades, LED stop signs. Look for the stop sign. I guess stop signs were not easy to see. People running through stop signs. They had a bunch of signal upgrades. Also some narrowing of lanes so that people can't go wild and crazy, I guess, to make it more safe, maybe slow it down. Those are some of the things that are happening in that area right now. So that's happening in Jefferson County. Very interesting. I got to know more about this rating system on how cooperative you are during a ticket. So
we need to get some police officers.
Yeah.
in there.
Oh, yeah. So let us know if you want to throughout the show as well. If you've had some of these traffic stops where the police are the toughest, you can chime in on YouTube and X at Arch City Now. Once again, YouTube and X, Arch City Now. And of course, you can stream us all the time at luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. One other thing that's been happening, or at least happened yesterday, Governor Mike Kehoe put out a memo, a video message about putting a ban on cell phones for kids in schools throughout the state of Missouri. So that means in the St. Louis metropolitan area, every school will have or need to have a written policy with punishment as a deterrent for what will happen if kids have their phones. They're not supposed to be using their phones at all during the entire school day. And it's very interesting when you break it down on what they're trying to do. So the governor was talking about this. He said basically the ban is part of a large education bill, but it takes effect at the start of the school year. Students will not be able to use their phones during class times, between classes, during lunch, or study halls. Each school district will be required to develop their own written policy. So the governor put out this video explaining what was going on with this to try to be transparent to the citizens of Missouri.
Mike Kehoe here. Happy to sign Senate Bill 68 today. We call it our school safety bill. You know, Missourians want kids in our schools to be safe. So do the members of the General Assembly here and the House and Senate. And a key component in it was the cell phone ban. We think it's important for kids to be able to interact with each other, pay attention to their teachers, talk to each other at lunch. It's a fantastic tool to get kids and their test scores and what they need to get done in school in a better spot. Technology worked both ways. Parents will still have access to kids at schools as we go forward. Safety is paramount to us, and we believe that this is a great piece of legislation that Missourians will benefit from for generations to come.
Okay, with the message. What do you think about it? Do you think it works? We've talked about it sometimes. It sounds like they've really thought it out well. So, you can't go wrong with that legislation.
There's some schools that make you lock up your cell phone before you, as soon as you come in the door. And I don't agree with that. Now, them being able to have access to their phone during lunch and, breaks and stuff like that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. 7:26 is our time. This is Arch City Now. We are here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central, by the way, Hot Take Central 2.0. Former Blue Cam Jansen, St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. They come up at 8 o'clock every day, 8 to 10 a.m. If you guys have something that's happening throughout the St. Louis area, we like to promote it. We talk about it here. We bring you the headlines, things that are making news all throughout the area. And we appreciate it when you guys give us updates, ideas, things for stories. We will certainly do that as well. And it's one of those things. If you want to give us a call, we'll take your call as long as it's St. Louis related. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We also have a video link if you want to jump in. You can chat with us on YouTube and X as well. That's where you do it. That's where people chat with us. You can talk to us. And of course, you can talk with other people as well from the chat line. Of course, I support Mike Kehoe's ban. We all did it without cell phones for thousands of years. It makes sense, but also at the same point in time, life changes too, and it's how you get used to how you communicate with people.
Well, and times change too. Well, schools are not the same either.
Yeah, that's true. You talk about it from a safety standpoint. You brought that up a couple different times.
That's a huge concern. Yeah.
No, I get it. I do. I totally get it. It would be a big safety concern from that standpoint. Yeah, safety. Safety on the roads, as we were talking about, slow down safety in schools. Okay, don't go anywhere. We'll come back. We got to take a quick break. We have our final segment of our show today, taking you to 8 o'clock. We'll get you caught back up on all the headlines, things that are making news. Thanks for supporting us. And like and subscribe, share the show, let people know what we're doing, because we are the Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Back with Arch City Now with Vic Faust right after this.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
I once got catfished by a girl in Kirkwood. Before catfishing was really even a thing.
This is the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com with live and on-demand content on YouTube. And catch all of our local shows on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. 2 people were hurt early Wednesday after a wrong-way crash on Interstate 64 in East St. Louis. Illinois State Police said it happened on westbound I-64 as a Chrysler was traveling in the wrong direction in a construction zone and hit an unoccupied Illinois DOT vehicle. 2 people were taken to the hospital with injuries. The Gateway Arch Park Foundation has plans to buy the Millennium Hotel as part of a plan to revitalize downtown St. Louis. The Millennium Hotel opened in 1969 and was once the largest hotel in the city of St. Louis. It's been vacant for a decade. A fire broke out at a salvage yard in South St. Louis early Wednesday. The fire at the yard at Alaska Avenue involved several cars, and firefighters had to spray water from the street over the fence. The cause is under investigation. Drivers can apply for a partial refund on last year's Missouri gas tax increase. Refund claims can be sent in through the end of September to receive money back on gas purchases from July 1, 2024 to June 30th of this year. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. We will have some sunshine today, low 90s on the afternoon high and pretty humid. We do have a slight chance of an afternoon shower. Might get a shower this evening. We'll clear up after midnight, our low in the mid-70s, and then hot and humid on Friday. It'll be a sunny day, mid-90s, and our heat index tomorrow at about 101. Showers on Saturday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Looking to get organized and support local? At St. Louis Closet Company, we've been designing custom closets and storage solutions right here in St. Louis for over 30 years. From walk-in closets to home offices and even pantries. We create personalized, organized spaces that fit your lifestyle and your space. Built locally and installed professionally. Call 314-781-9000 for your free estimate or visit stlouisclosetco.com today.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio. A high-energy, high-impact weekday radio show blending relationship values, celebrity buzz, community love, and sharp business insight. This is where storytelling meets strategy. It's the pulse of this city, bringing the energy, stories, and voices of STL to life. In your city with Kelly and Gordon. Weekday afternoons at 4, only on the Lou Information Station. Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Good morning. Happy Thursday, St. Louis. Time is 7:33. It is July 10th. We are scooting pretty quickly across this summer throughout the St. Louis area. You heard the weather report. Hot, sticky. That's what's going to be coming up. That's what happens here in the St. Louis area. It is summer. It's supposed to be that way. Not too bad right now. We're getting you up and rolling. Thanks for watching us on X and YouTube at Arch City Now. You can also learn more about all the shows that we have on our network, louinfo.com. If you want to give us a call in our final segment, you're allowed. 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. You can also email us or tell us on the chat who you'd like to hear from an interview. Give a shout out to an event, a person, or a business. We like to do that. Of course, we're all about promoting St. Louis. That's what this is. We covered the stories, the headlines, the newsmakers, and what people are talking about all throughout St. Louis. Projo's alongside. You'll see him pop up from time to time with his expertise. I've never been around anybody who is an expert in more fields than Projo, so you can join us and know if you have a question. We'll do the question for Projo.
Jack of all trades.
The jack of all trades. Master of all of them. Okay.
Right.
Have you ever shopped at Aldi's? There's Aldi's throughout the St. Louis area. I remember hearing this years ago. Aldi's has the best meats. Go to Aldi's. Aldi's.
I thought it was Arby's.
Arby's
has the meats.
Oh, we got
Sorry.
Pass.
I have a good way to interrupt the show
Pass.
and just
No, I like
bring
it.
it to a stop.
No, I like it. I like it, Projo. I like you. I like you alongside. So Aldi's was one of those stores I never give a chance. I went in, I tried their meats, and I was like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. And I don't know if that's a secret to people anymore. And I don't care if I'm letting people know. I'm just putting it out there. Aldi's, you should be advertising on our show. You should be, because I'm talking about it right now. I have purchased meats and do purchase meats from Aldi's, and I love them. Had you heard about Aldi's, Projo?
I have never heard anybody praise their meats.
I'm telling you, it's surprisingly good. If anybody has an idea, anybody has a thought, you can do that as well. Let us know on the chat line on X and YouTube at Arch City Now. But Mashed, a food publication, put out a list of the meats you should and should not buy from Aldi's. Grass-fed ground beef, you should buy. They talk about it, because they have two choices, 85% lean, 15% fat, or 93% lean and 7% fat. But allegedly, they're both cheaper than grass-fed ground beef at other grocery stores. And they say it's pretty good. What you shouldn't buy, according to Mashed, though, when it comes to Aldi's meats, are chicken breast. Do not buy chicken breast there. They say buy organical chickens at Aldi's. Do not buy their hot dogs. That's according to
Don't buy
Max.
hot dogs at all.
Buy their frozen wild-caught tuna steaks.
Interesting.
Buy their grass-fed steaks, which I have, and top-notch. Very good. Avoid their bacon. And avoid all natural frozen ground turkey. So anyway, I wanted to get that shout out there because I recently had a conversation with somebody about Aldi's, and they're like, man, have you tried Aldi's meats? And I'm like, yeah. And they knew what I knew, and I was shocked at the quality for the price. There you go. Take it for what it's worth. Greg has a question. I went to the store yesterday. Why is milk from name brand Prairie Farms $2 more than the store brand? Do they have special cows for generic store brand milk?
Yeah, they
that's
have
a good
the
question.
Prairie Farms brand on them. That's why.
The Prairie Brand Farms name. That's why. Well, no. We have our special cows over here. These are the high quality cows, the HQCs, as opposed to our low QCs. High quality, low quality cows, baby, bringing you the best milk. We are Art City now. Thanks for joining us as we come into you every day with headlines from around the area. One story we didn't cover yet today, just to get out there too. Imagine being in a neighborhood, one from South City. Oh, they've got, so one house has had a car sitting there forever, a vacant car. And Fox did a story on it. And in that story, they literally, and we'll show video of it as I'm talking through, but literally people in South St. Louis trying to leave and get out of this neighborhood because not only this car sitting there, no, the city's not removing it. They say it takes a year to 2 years to remove cars. Have you had to deal with this in your neighborhoods? Any things like this in the St. Louis area? A year to 2 years to remove a car that's been abandoned?
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
In the city?
Yeah.
In front of a vacant home on Pennsylvania Avenue in Pestalozzi? And it was also linked to a fatal shooting of a young boy months ago. I mean, showing you video of that.
Should be evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Residents very frustrated. Several complaints have been filed. And then right near there's also what appears to be a junkyard with other cars that are being dropped off in a nice neighborhood. And people are like, forget it. We got to get out of here. And then you try to sell your place. And it's difficult when people come in and see an abandoned car on your street or abandoned cars on the corner. One person, a woman said, literally, you look out my window, I look one direction, there's the abandoned car. You look out another window and you see the multiple abandoned cars in a side lot. Where's the city to take care of this stuff?
Well, whoever abandoned them definitely parked them nicely. I mean, they're all nice and
yeah. Okay. I gotcha. The city has stated that they fine the property owner, but they can't tow the cars because it's on private property. That's insane to me. So another situation that people are dealing with in South St. Louis. I feel bad for you. Once again, over Pennsylvania Avenue, Pestalozzi. And there's really no need for it. There really is no need for that to be happening, but it is. And people are having to deal with that stuff right now.
Can't the owner of the private property call and have them removed?
No, it's on their property. They're not taking care of it. The owners.
Okay, gotcha. I thought they were just abandoned. They're like stolen and then
No,
abandoned.
they just,
okay,
no,
gotcha.
it's just sitting there doing nothing. And that's where people are like, wait a second, we need help. Somebody please help us right now. Really good story to talk about. And that's why I'm glad some publicity was brought to that. Hey, Pro Joe, by the way, I've got an event for you this week. I don't even know how this is possible, but I'm sure I've got no issues. If you want to be a vegan, be a vegan. Be a vegan. If you want to be other things, if you don't want to eat meat, that's fine. I just find it, maybe it's the barbecue sauce, and maybe I would have to try it first, but I've tried some vegan food and maybe you have to get used to it, but I love meat so much and I believe in red meat and the nutritional values behind it, the science that goes behind it. We can debate that on another show. But there's a vegan barbecue fest this weekend for you, Pro Joe.
Yummy.
The St. Louis only 100% vegan barbecue festival. It's coming up Saturday from 4 to 8 over at Forest Park, 3901 Forest Park. So they have everything vegan, vegan at this event in St. Louis. Have you ever tried vegan food with your culinary background?
I actually have.
And what do you think?
It wasn't bad. It gives me a lot of indigestion because of all the stuff that they have to put a lot of sodium and stuff in it. So vegan food or like Impossible meat, stuff like that, it gives me a real bad indigestion.
Smokehouse style ribs, juicy brats, cheeseburgers, hearty baked beans, creamy mac and cheese, cakes, pies, all those things will be there. Tons of vendors, tons of vegan vendors, a vegan vendor.
A VV.
Yeah, a vegan vendor. But anyway, once again, Saturday, 4 to 8, if that's what you're looking for. We promote events. We hear about them. We talk about them. And obviously, we'll bring you the information that we have on those stories that are going on. I just was like, oh, okay, there we go. Maybe it's something for Projo. Hey, by the way, Metrolink wants you to let them know if you approve of their security upgrades that they've made. Metrolink has been an often talked about subject throughout our St. Louis area. Does it work? Should we have it? So forth. They put a lot of money into security. In the last 6 months, there was a 50% decrease in incidents, 15% increase in ridership, and overall incidents were down 15% in the last 6 months. So that's what they're promoting. Do you feel like Metrolink is great for the area? Are you a rider? Do you want it to go to more places? That's kind of what they want to know when it comes to that. And you're allowed to have your own opinion. That's for sure. There is no right or wrong answer.
Yeah, there's a reason why St. Charles County keeps fighting to keep it out of St. Charles County, though.
And that is?
No, mainly crime.
Crime. They're worried about crime, huh?
Yep.
I mean, it's fair. I guess it'd be fair.
I mean, the Metrolink itself has a lot of crime in it. So if you extend it into another county, that county's crime rate's going to accelerate.
Yep. All right. That makes sense. Hey, there's something called the Battle for the Lou Gaming Tournament. That's also going to be going on Saturday at Baden Library. Chance to win $500 and qualify for some grand finals. That event's heading over there. Let's see. You can get more information. Battle for the Lou. Once again, Battle for the Lou. I bring that up too, just to give a shout out to Maryville University in our area. If you didn't know, and many people do know, but they're one of the top gaming colleges in the world, specifically in America. And they just compete just like you'd have Mizzou compete in the SEC or Illinois in the Big Ten, whatever the case. Maryville University is a top name when it comes to gaming. And they continue to invest. They give scholarships to kids who are playing gaming or doing the gaming. And it's a massive, massive industry if you didn't realize it already. Just check with your kids. And just because, and I've heard a lot of people say, oh, my kid's amazing. These kids are super amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The recruitment that goes on to get kids. And of course, all you have to do is look online and at how many kids watch videos of others playing video games. It's a big freaking business.
I've actually watched people play video games. There was actually...
Do you find yourself getting caught up in it too?
Yeah, I watched it for months. It was like my main focus of entertainment. And it was just basically one streamer. But I mean, it can be pretty interesting if you're watching the right person.
I get it. I watch it with my son a little bit. I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And then I saw the dollars and advertising money that gets associated with it. So if you're interested in that, check out Maryville University because they are doing some really, really cool stuff from that standpoint. From the chat line, we take your comments as well on YouTube and X at Arch City Now. Once again, YouTube and X at Arch City Now. Todd says, and they wonder why things mysteriously catch on fire like the abandoned homes, as we were talking about from our story over in South St. Louis, where abandoned cars are being left. And the city says because they're on private property, it's more difficult to remove them and sometimes can take a year to 2 years, which can be a difficult situation for people who are having to deal with those situations. If you guys have St. Louis stories, St. Louis ideas, things that are moving the needle, let us know when it goes to that. What did you just give me? What was that shot?
10 minutes.
Okay. This is your 10. Vic, you are long-winded. This is your 10-minute countdown. I love it. Yeah, that's good though. You know what? I would have gone to 59, not 55.
Right.
So there you go. I appreciate you, Projo. Thank you for being there for us. So you got the Battle for the Lou. You've also got Adam Wainwright has a concert coming up, the Big League Bash concert. That's going to be at the Factory July 27th from 5:30 to 10, if you didn't know already. Adam is super talented, fancies himself a country star. Maybe, well, he doesn't. He's too humble, but he's pretty damn talented, and he's getting better and better. So he has a big concert coming up. That will be July 27th, 5:30 to 10 p.m. He's got a lot of people. It's to benefit his big league impact. And he did an interview with Fox, and he's kind of explaining why he's doing what he's doing, why he wants to do this. It's all country. I like myself some country, and Adam will be performing, but he's not alone. He has some other people performing with him as well. And it's just kind of what he's been up to. And, he's one of us. He's a St. Louisan. And he brings us back to really, really good memories of Cardinals baseball. That's for sure. Here's an interview that he did with Fox, kind of talking about what's happening for him in his life right now.
Charity that I started in 2013 with my brother Trey, to benefit the basic essential needs. So people who are struggling with food insecurities or shelter or clothing or medicine, water issues. We've been able to help St. Louis in a lot of different capacities. Our other big mission is to empower the big league players across Major League Baseball to use their platforms to go out and do great things in their communities. And we've been able to challenge and to really help guys find what they're passionate about all across the game. And we've done that through the world of Big League Impact, which started as a fantasy football charity event, and it's led into karaoke events, which has led into all kinds of different fundraising, Top Golf events, and now we're going to do our big first concert, which is going to be our big fundraiser.
Yeah, it's amazing what you've done. I mean, you've raised more than $11 million over all those years for different charitable causes. Who all is going to be performing at the Bash?
Well, we have a talented artist named Austin Bohannon, and we have another talented artist named Joanna Cotton, and myself, and we have a couple other surprise guests who are going to be there, and a couple of Cardinals players. But the musicians that are joining me on stage are very, very accomplished, awesome. You can check out their music. I was just listening to some of Joanna and Austin's music just a minute ago, and you can find it anywhere you buy your music. Very, very, very talented musicians, but grateful to be able to share a stage with them, and grateful that we get to come together for a great cause.
Adam Wainwright, love him. What a gem he is for St. Louis. Not only what he did on the field, what he does off the field, and of course, continuing his big league impact, which is going on to help people, and also putting himself out there. That's not easy, man. That's tough. And he's putting himself out there. Because if you put yourself on a center stage, you put yourself up for ridicule as well. So he's got some talent, and he's trying to become the best that he can be.
He's pretty good at karaoke, apparently.
He is. I heard him. I did a story with him out at Dave & Buster's years ago, where it was a karaoke night, and he was just being himself, all 6'7" of them out there singing, and is still a player, enjoying himself with the fans, not taking himself too seriously, which was fantastic. So congrats to Adam. Wish him the best of luck on that. Once again, that is July 27th from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Adam taking care of business, as he always does. And something tells me it'll be a pretty damn good concert, especially with the lineup that he has. And at the end of the day, everybody wins. You get to see Adam, you get to see some country music stars, and it goes to support charity. This is Art City Now. Once again, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., bringing you all things St. Louis. Love your interaction with the show as well. You can do that on YouTube and X. That's where you can give us comments right now. You can stream us there and let people know what we're up to. We try to be there here for you. We get in here early every day to see what you can do, and we appreciate your chats and your comments, especially when they're good. Like Todd's, who just said, "I'd like to see Adam pitch tonight," especially with what we've seen from the Cardinals as of. How they're over 500 with the pitching staff they have is it's phenomenal. It really is. That's a positive for our Cardinals, who, by the way, lost last night to the Washington Nationals 8-2. It was kind of just one of those yuck nights that was going on. They get back at it tonight. They'll try to take 2 or 3 from the Nationals. The Braves in town for the weekend series before the Cardinals have their All-Star break. By the way, Brendan Donovan will be in Atlanta, where the All-Star Game is being held this year, as our Cardinals lone representative. And speaking of the Braves, of course, as we were just talking about, they're in town this weekend. And also, speaking of the Cardinals, we said it earlier. I think Nikki Glazer is super, 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 super talented. I think she's funny. I think she's creative. You've never talked about Nikki. I don't know. Have we ever brought her up?
No.
Because you're a connoisseur of comedy.
Yep. Yeah, I love Nikki.
Yeah, super talented, super smart. St. Louis. And of course, she's super popular as well. She's hot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot all over the place. She is getting, and it's a well-deserved honor, in my humble opinion, her own bobblehead from the St. Louis Cardinals. That happens September 1st, and she'll be the first female celebrity woman to be honored in such a way. So it makes sense, makes total sense. And she's getting that September 1st. So congrats to Nikki from that standpoint as well. By the way, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the show. I kind of laugh, but it's also like, oh, okay. Kirkwood police put out on their Facebook page, they caught somebody going 107 on 44. The person said, sorry, I was late for work. So they were traveling 107, the stalker.
They must have a really
The
good
stalker
job.
got him.
They must have a really good job.
Or desperate, they need one.
Right.
Many of us have had a lead foot over time to time. It happens. You learn your lesson. There's deterrence for a reason. So the Kirkwood saying, listen, hey, we get it. People get in a hurry. Just try not to be in such a hurry. That seems like they're being pretty nice. I mean, they're like, other people are out on the roads. You have to be safe. And there have been people, and I won't get into it, have suffered horribly because of people driving that fast. But 107 on Highway 44, that's kind of crazy, which led into where the police departments are. That would be more apt to work with you. Nobody should work with you if you're going 107. I'm sorry. That should not be happening. Not going to happen, shouldn't happen. So, we bring you these stories, the things that are happening. So thanks to Kirkwood Police for putting that out there. I'm glad that they did. Let us know. What's happening, because I've seen people traveling down highways. I've never gone over 100, and I won't. But there are thrill seekers too, and there are people who get in a hurry. But over 100?
I can't say I've never gone over 100, but
it wasn't racing to the hospital.
It
wasn't racing to a baby's delivery.
No.
It was late for work. It's like, damn. Wonder what that boss is like. Anyway, we're here Monday through Friday. We have several interviews scheduled that we'll be doing in the mornings here. If you guys have shout outs, we love to talk about them. We try to get you going in the mornings. We love what we do. We love this network. It is luinfo.com, where you can find out more information. Once again, luinfo.com. We are Arch City now as well. When you come into the opportunities to you can call us each day if you want to. You can chime in. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods as well. We try to get you updated on all these things that are happening as well. Once again, we're grateful that you join us Monday through Friday. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. I know they'll be talking about last night as well when it comes to the Cardinals situation. Plus, check out the rest of the shows that are here 24/7 at luinfo.com. Pro Joe, once again, thank you again. Thank you for your shot. It looks amazing. Guys, have an awesome day in St. Louis today. Let us know about stories at archcitynow@gmail.com as well. We are your information station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. Happy Thursday, St. Louis. Have a great day.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone.